Welcome, everyone, to yet another session of Flames of the Divine. Evan, if you would recount what happened last session.
It is day 2 of the Black Sun. And the party had just gotten through a terrible fight between no vampires, no witherlings, and an Aleph. Now, with the day at an end, can they endure one more round?
And that is indeed the question. But the day is not quite at an end just as yet. Just after the attackers fall, everything appears to be quiet for the moment. So, if there's anything you'd all like to do in the immediate aftermath, this is your moment.
Is Talos' brother okay?
And well, if you want to come look and then go ahead and roll a quick medicine check.
All right.
Well, you have to find him first.
I can't see him from here.
And yeah, well, he's the one emitting light.
Yeah. All right. Where's medicine?
Yeah. So, right. So, physically, he looks completely fine, but he's shaking just a little bit in a way that doesn't. Well, he doesn't seem to be injured. He doesn't seem to be all right either. If that makes any sense.
So he's like, really shaken from the events.
So kind of like he's shell shocked or something.
Roll ahead and go ahead and roll insight.
Okay.
As near as you can tell, that seems to be the case. Like, if you had to guess something, you'd probably guess that.
Damn it.
Maybe we should let him go back to the camp for and rest.
I'm good. Just give me a moment to get my head together.
Talos turns to Gregor and he said, give him a moment to get his thoughts together. He should be fine.
Okay, just as long as he's all right to fight. I mean, later if he needs a breather, then yeah.
Talos nods and he turns to his brother and he says, "No one would think less of you if you needed to go back to the Camp Malik. You'll do little good if you end up getting yourself killed."
Fought valiantly in this battle.
Go ahead and roll persuasion on that one.
All right, hold
I
up.
was talking to Talos, not Gregor.
Oh, whoop.
Yeah.
I thought you were telling me to roll persuasion on if he actually did a good job on the battle.
He is keenly aware that he did not know. This was Talos trying to persuade him to go back to the camp. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Shit.
I need to finish my shift. Then I'll go back.
Well, I'll be by your side until then. Yeah. Last thing Mother and Father needs is for you to come home all bloodied and beaten.
from where I'm sitting, you look a lot more bloodied and beaten than I am.
Suppose I put on a braver face.
Eh. Yeah, speaking of which, actually, Talos, n- Os, you, you're still not in the best of shapes, as it were.
My health's still basically cut in half.
Yeah. So, oh, you you dropped your sword to take out your bow, right?
Drop my shield to take out my bow.
Well, I mean, a bow is a two-handed weapon, so you would have had to basically drop both.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
All right then. It's not like I can't pick
So,
it back up.
yeah, but I assume you. But presumably, the point is, presumably, you do that
I mean, yeah. It's like, well,
when you
be
when you
go.
pick up your sword. It feels a lot warmer than it should be. Almost like it's been lying out in the sun all day, which isn't well, there isn't really a sun at the moment.
Well, there is a black sun, but yeah.
Yeah, and, yeah, but you see the issue.
Yeah. Talos picks it up and runs a claw over, and he's like, "What in the name of?"
What's wrong with it?
It feels warm, like it's been just laying out in the sun all day.
That's odd. I mean,
Is the shield the same, or
Nope. The shield is exactly how you. Shield is exactly normal to you. Like, you're not 100% used to it at this yet. It's a different. It's a somewhat different shape from your last one, but it feels the same as it was when you put it down.
slightly different shape, slightly different weight?
Yeah. No, it's
But
only
yeah,
the sword. Yeah, it's the sword that's acting weird.
do you think something might have been done to it?
well, I failed to see what it could possibly be. Then again, this was the blade that we found in those ruins in Kashak, so hmm, maybe that maybe there was some kind of hidden properties that these blades used to have.
Maybe. I
It,
mean,
it,
it's there aren't any immediate. There don't seem to be any immediate issues.
Well, as far as I can tell, it still swings fine.
yeah, when
It's
you
just
try it
that it's
out, it still acts the same.
hmm,
Yeah.
near near as I can tell, perhaps bathing in so much undead blood is starting to affect it somehow.
Well, let's just hope it's for the best.
If Though my main concern is if it becomes hotter, I may not be able to wield it.
Hmm. Yeah, that would be a problem. Do you have any like alternative weapons in case that happens?
Well, I have my bow, but that isn't so much as magical as my blade is. Worst case scenario, I can resort to my claws, but those won't exactly help us tear through these supernatural hordes.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, given your current state, I don't think fisticuffs is the best decision for you, at least for now.
Well, let us finish up our shift, and then maybe we can get some sort of rest. I feel as though I may need it more than anyone else.
Yeah.
Okay. So, oh, if if any of the if any of the rest of you who who, uh, who want to do anything, anything, now would be the time. Failing that, we you will finish up the day.
Are we moving to like a new day or?
In, yeah, assuming there's nothing else any of you want to do.
Does that
No,
mean
it's
my
not-
does that mean my tiger evaporates?
I'm in. Let me check the exact wording, because let me just see something. And it will vanish. It will vanish. It will vanish at the end of the night. Like basically, it will vanish when the next day dawns. Basically,
Does it count if it's a black sun?
and
The next day is the next day.
yeah,
Damn.
it's a it's it yeah like yeah it's not like triggered by sunlight or anything. That just means it does it at a regular interval.
All right. Well,
Yeah, like basically it vanishes because the bag is recharging.
fair enough. I just wanted to check.
Yeah, like you will have it overnight though.
Well, it's good. That means it can stay guard. No one has to stay watch. I mean, right, or at least another pair of eyes.
Indeed. So if none of the rest of you who have anything to do today, eh, 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 eventually your shift ends and you all retire back to your Talos's family's tent and to sleep off the night. And so and so you do all and you do all get a long rest. However, Talos, due to the rather critical critical injury is that you took overnight, I just want you to roll me a Constitution saving throw real quick.
God, this is always fun.
Okay, yeah, you're fine.
So my health returns to normal.
Yeah, it would have done that anyway. That's not what the saving throw was for.
Do long rests restore health?
Yes, they do.
Long rests restore everything.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So the next day, you set outside and still a black sun. Yet weirdly and suspiciously quiet at this morning, so to speak.
With the brief pause of battle, Scylla's gonna go to Creon's tent and check on the flower.
Well, it takes you a bit to find Creon because he's not actually in this tent at the moment. He's been as basically the only real full-fledged magic user in the entire Pride, more or less, as he has been relocated to the middle of the camp where he's better protected. But you do find him, and he says, "Ah, yes, here you are." And melted down an old pair of gold, an old set of gold teeth, is to cover this thing. I no idea where they're originally from.
Oh, that's good, I suppose. Scylla just gives a solid sight smile. She hands back the elemental gem that he originally gave her for trade and a potion of greater healing for now. I hope this will cover the cost of it, at least.
No, keep the potion. Ocean, you have got frontline duty. I will take the gem back, though.
Alrighty.
Yeah, he's not dumb enough to take a healing potion from a frontline fight from one of the people fighting the undead.
Got it.
Yeah. So, while Silo's off doing that, all the rest of you are just kind of just sitting around the campfire with it's Malak, Dane, and Ajian.
How's Malak holding up?
Roll insight. He seems fine for the most part, but you do notice that during conversations, he occasionally seems to just get a little bit distracted. It like kind of there are times when he just zones out a little bit where he normally wouldn't.
Oh, that can't be good.
Like it's small but noticeable.
Seems we may have to deal with that later.
So, DM, this is you know what? I'll probably save that for later, but I have an idea that I want to try later.
I mean, is this in game or out of game?
In game.
Well, roll a perception check real fast.
I'm supposed to be good at these, apparently.
And apparently, so you've been up for an hour or two now, and still nothing. Like the black sun is still clearly out, but there haven't been. But no undead have shown themselves today. Like it's quiet, and not even in the too quiet kind of way. Well, I mean, the animals are all silent because they're scared, but otherwise, like if you want to do anything, the coast seems clear for the moment, at least.
I don't like this. I think this feels like the quiet before the storm.
All right. Well, after the long rest and preparing of spells and everything, Talos would Talos also notice? Would Talos also notice that Malak doesn't really seem himself when he gets distracted?
Roll insight. This is not going to be difficult at all, but it's more to see if you're even really paying attention yourself. Yeah, you know your brother. You who noticed that something is off.
Malak,
Huh?
you're distracted.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just it's weird. I don't know.
What's the matter?
Do you ever feel like you've forgotten something? Like, there's something you're supposed to know. It's like, it's like just a trick, like a trace of it in your memory. But whenever you try to grasp for it, it's just gone.
Well, I have been forgetful sometimes, but this sounds serious. Maybe that last.
I've been trying to figure out what it is. It is all night.
Maybe that last fight must have done something to your mind.
Well, I mean, it definitely did several things to my mind, but I don't know. Apart from just that nagging feeling in the back of my head, everything seems normal.
Stay still. I'm going to try something.
Hmm?
Talos gently puts his hands on Malak's head, and he tries this.
And you try that, and eh, well, eh, 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 the bad shell, that bad shellfish isn't really sitting on my stomach anymore. But no, nagging feeling's still there.
Damn it. Look, once this is all over, you should take a visit to Creon. No, knowing the time I spent out there, if you're this forgetful over something and you feel it's important, then well, it's better you get an official diagnosis. It's clearly, well, from my imagination, sorry, from my thoughts, it's probably magical in nature.
Hmm. I mean, do you have any way to know that for certain?
It's merely a guess.
No, I mean, do any of you have any way to check for certain?
Hmm.
Hey, I got detect magic, but I don't think that's gonna help me here.
Yeah, I just checked my spell list. I don't think I do.
Hmm.
Or wait, hold on.
Talos looks to Rudy and says, "Rudy, could you quickly use that detect magic spell of yours to see if Malik is okay?"
Oh, but it'll take me 10 minutes.
All right.
I mean, it seems like
Go
we
ahead.
have time.
All right. Well, could you give her 10 minutes?
Sure.
Talos shovels over to the side to allow Rudy to get in there.
I cast detect magic.
So you do that, and like any kind of magic that affects the mind is usually like you have to know what you're looking for, but it's detectable enough. You don't read anything off of him. Like, like whatever. It's. I mean, you never really know with undead, but there don't seem to be any active magical effects on him.
Well, this sure is mysterious. We couldn't cure it, and we can't find it.
Well, out of character. Granted, I use lesser restoration. Maybe greater restoration might help, but I don't have that.
I want to cast guidance, or not guidance. Scrying
On what?
on the plateau. Just curious.
Oh,
Is
okay. The plateau in general, or any one thing in particular?
the temple just outside the temple? I just want to see what our friend's doing, if he's there.
Specifically so basically the exterior of the temple itself.
Yes.
Of you see, you look and you don't see any sign of his presence. Like even the bodies of the gnolls you killed seem to have been cleared out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scylla's gaze opens back up once more. He left the temple.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah.
Well,
Like you
that
you
the
thought
lack of
well, I should point out I should note that that you checked one specific area of the entire plateau. So
Well, I want to get a bird's eye view of the plateau in particular, but I get what you're saying now.
yeah, like I was like good. Oh, and yeah, let me check scrying actually, because like I'm not because I'm just like as far as I remember. I remember it's mostly supposed to focus in on like okay, yeah, a location you've seen before. So yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna say you wouldn't be able to get the entire a bird's eye view of the entire plateau that way.
Okay.
It's just too big.
You don't think if the undead are missing, do you think that they might end up taking this opportunity to strike? I mean, we're a bit overdue on that already.
Wouldn't put it past them, and Ladon has made threats with regards to the Pride itself. But I wonder, has he been as equally been has he as equally been swamped with the undead as we have? Could
I
be.
mean, dude's a dragon.
He is, yes, but even most creatures tire, and I imagine dragons are no different.
And well, since you're considering this, Talos, go ahead and roll just a general wisdom check, I guess.
Wisdom.
Yeah, that'll do it. And so, as you think back, there were a lot of of undead gnolls attacking the the camp yesterday. Like not just the ones you fought, but like they were attacking on pretty much all along the northern edge. And you know that the undead that rise every black sun, they have to come from somewhere. They need most of them need a dead body or a corpse of some, or a trap spirit or of some kind to rise. As and there were a lot, and again, there were a lot of undead gnolls yesterday.
We were dealing with a lot of undead gnolls. Yesterday, we got not only a vampire gnoll, but several undead gnoll as well.
Right. Wasn't one of them? Wasn't one of them like a rematch for you from the temple?
That was the most confusing. That meant.
I mean, there was no shortage of dead bodies in the.
Certainly, but I'm beginning to wonder. Perhaps the several scuffles that we've had with the gore scowl before we arrived must have contributed to the undead that we had to face this past day.
The biggest concern about that, then, Talos, is means they left the plateau days ago. Otherwise, they would attack them.
But where are they now?
I'll have to wait a day to just give it another try, but that's all I can do.
Well, if I were a strategic man like Ladon, and considering what I know of the Black Sun, I would take the small I would take whatever I can, leave the plateau, and allow for the undead to weaken my enemy.
Do we know how much longer this Black Sun's gonna go for?
No, we don't.
This was the day. I mean, the day you're on was the day that it was supposed to happen. It was generally supposed to happen on if it had happened on schedule and only been one day. You have no idea if it's going to last past today. Like, this is unprecedented in the entire 10 years the Black Sun has been a thing.
If Leon's is like unsure as we are about the length of about this Black Sun, then he might just end up striking during anyway. But I mean, we've already been hit pretty hard.
It's all well. We're all just really sharing theories. I don't know the man's mind. A
And
warrior
this
he may,
assumes that he
be, but
doesn't
he
know.
is. Sorry, I keep interrupting you. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that's just assuming he doesn't know. He could be behind us for all we know.
It is possible. It is possible. But
And
it won't. With such conjecture, I don't believe will suit us much.
And-
But just right quick, sorry. But be that as it may, Dene,
like, Danae is like, she keeps like looking like she's about to chime in and then pausing to reconsider, or as though she thought of something else. Like, the entire time you've all been sitting around this campfire just eating breakfast, she's mostly just like been in mixing up healing potions and preparing magic items and the like.
Dene,
Uh, the in in the story you told, like Brysea said that at undead could not survive in that temple. Yes.
that was entirely the point. And that's the whole reason for the barrier that exists around the temple.
Then it logically follows that they wouldn't be able to rise in there either. And yet, you said you dueled that one that came back as a vampire, and he returned.
So someone was able to get in there and they able to drag the bodies outside of the field.
Or the field was disrupted somehow.
Well, we have not heard much from Briseus on that matter, but that is possible.
Yeah. Briseus is off in the middle of the camp, by the way.
I'll go. I'll tell you what. I'll go and speak to her about it. You all continue to recuperate and get yourselves in order. Dene,
Understood.
Could you watch over Malik?
And we'll do. And like, she seems to have she seems to have finished up what potion she was making for the moment.
What?
And all right, and now she seems to be. She's pulled out what appears is to be a couple of lenses and is trying to, well, rig them together somehow. Like, you're not really sure what she's doing.
My sister's too smart for me.
cough, artificer stuff.
Yeah, that's why I said my sister's too smart for me. But yeah, before Talus leaves, he says, "Whatever is afflicting our brother, we have to keep a close eye on him, lest it get worse."
Right. I mean, Danae suddenly reaches down, grabs a pebble, and then just like hucks it at Malak's face, and Malak like just suddenly just seems to like catch it. It's and he just like immediately hand just snaps up and he catches it before it hits him.
Those reflexes have not suffered.
Whatever it is, doesn't seem too bad yet.
Well, even still, he's family, and with mother and father still missing, well, the three of us are all we have.
Don't remind me.
What I wouldn't do to see Ophelia again.
Yeah. She picks now of all times to go off and study in some monastery.
Practical she was, but I'll leave you all to talk amongst yourselves. I will go and touch base with Brycea.
Where did Rudy's brother just go?
He was still in. No, he was actually still in the tent this entire time because he was sleeping in.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah, I was just preparing a couple things when I noticed I forgot to move him. And on that
But
note,
yeah.
as Talos leaves, like he's like, Adrian just steps outside the tent, stretches, and looks up to see that the sky is still dark.
Good morning. Gregor calls over to him.
And like, he's like, his face falls when he sees it's still dark, and then when you say that, he lets back up. Good morning. And did you all sleep well?
I did, thank you. You seem to have slept in pretty long.
He does that.
Well, the way I see it, anytime you wake up is technically morning.
That sounds like such a procrastinating thing to say.
He does that.
And so, what's for breakfast? It's like looks at the pot roasting on the fire. More fish stew. Great.
Oh,
Rudy?
there's a river nearby.
Rudy pulls out some dried jerky and eats it in front of him. Rations, some rations can be dried jerky, right?
Oh yeah. Like like you can absolutely do that. I'm just trying to think out what exactly his response to that would be. So he sees that and looks over. Rudy, lifesaver as ever. If I may.
That was the last one.
He looks so crestfallen at that.
Rudy's mouth slightly twitches.
Somewhere, several weeks travel to the north, Korak senses a disturbance in the force. Anyway, so as you all do that, I think we'll shift over to Talos.
Okay.
All right. Like I said, Talos is just on the hunt for Brycea.
Yeah, like, she's in Bryceus is in the central tent at the moment. In kind of just like actually consulting with Creon trying to just, well, they seem to be discussing a lot of magical stuff that's kind of going over your head.
All right. Oh, you mean down here in the corner, or?
No, you are off the map right now.
Okay, gotcha. But yeah, Talos allows them to finish up and waits for an opportune moment to come in.
Okay. Eventually, they finish up finish up whatever conversation they were having, and Creon departs to his sort of his makeshift workshop up in that corner of the tents. And then Briseis looks over and sees you. Hi. And Talos, can I help you?
Yes, Miss Brysea, if I could have a moment of your time.
And what is it?
Well, my family and companions and I were gathered around eating breakfast when an interesting topic of discussion came up. There were a lot of undead gnolls that attacked us yesterday. I'm sure you yourself had noticed.
And I enjoyed hurling lightning at them, perhaps a little bit more than is proper for a priestess of the goddess.
Well, if you enjoy what you do, you never work a day in your life, as the saying goes.
And
But that's not exactly what I wish to talk about. After that was brought, here's the thing, though. One of the creatures that we faced yesterday, it was a vampire. But, well, on top of that being one of the more disturbing things, I recognize that gnoll. It was one of the pact leaders I killed while in the temple. And well, you yourself have told us that the barrier erected around the temple makes it so that undead cannot get in, correct?
that is correct.
Which stands to reason it would also prevent undead from being resurrected within that temple.
Oh, that is also correct. This is
So
trouble.
you see where I'm getting at. The question now becomes, who infiltrated the temple and dragged those bodies outside? Or at least that one body. I believe there may be someone around the plateau who may be taking advantage of the situation between us between us and Ladon.
It's probably cultists.
Rudy says completely at random back at the campfire.
Everyone just looks at her.
No, just blinks to Rudy. Rudy, now it's not the time.
What's with even cultists?
I'm just saying it probably is.
With
Uh,
you, Rudy, everything is about cultists.
What other group would extend a eclipse that brings the undead back?
You do make a valid point.
Crazed Wizard?
Cut back to Talos, and he says, "Now, perhaps this is just my companions rubbing off on me, but I suspect maybe some sort of cult may be responsible." I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm merely throwing out ideas. I can't. Well, I wouldn't know that for sure.
And this much I know: as long as that barrier was up, no undead within the temple should have been able to rise, as the necromantic energies could not even reach them. No,
and Ladon himself could not even breach the barrier.
Yes.
So
like that. And that blood totem you destroyed, that had been going for weeks by the time you'd showed up, and would probably take weeks more.
So the only option we have left is that someone living, someone who can pass through the barrier, go and not pass all the traps, dragged those bodies out, and like as not, maybe created that. Well, maybe created the vampire.
Hmm. Mm-mm. And maybe.
Of course, the eternal question we arrive back at is who.
Well, it is possible that it was. Well, I wouldn't know anything about creating a vampire, but as far as removing them, it may have just been the gnolls themselves. After all, we know they got it that far.
So your suggestion was that the pact leader was already a vampire.
No, I mean as far as removing the bodies from the temples goes.
Right. My apologies. I admit I've been overly worried these past couple of days.
And like she just motions vaguely around. You should be.
Well, with that, well, it seems as though you seem to be as clueless as the rest of us.
If there were any necromancers among those gnolls, I did not see them.
Considering Ladon himself what is connected to the Shadowfell, and well, he seems to be some dragon touched by that place. It would not be entirely out of the ordinary to suspect maybe he himself is some sort of necromancer.
It is possible. He did not exactly give me a full demonstration of his abilities.
But regardless, I'm merely taking up too much of your time.
Hmm.
We can sit here and speculate all day, but it won't change the facts.
Indeed.
Plus,
Although,
well, go ahead.
to be fair, so far we haven't had much. It would seem we haven't had much else to do today either. And her tone of voice implies, as you didn't even need to roll insight for this, it makes her as suspicious as it makes all of you. I said you didn't even need to roll insight, but it's just that much more obvious then.
Sorry.
Yeah, like she
I
is
just said.
she is as suspicious by the quiet as you all are.
Sorry, I just said insight, and my brain just clicked.
Yeah, well, it happens, but
yeah, Talis says, "Well, I'll leave you to it. Until the sun in the sky returns to normal, we cannot rest easy." Besides, I should get back to my brother. He's been experiencing memory loss since the last battle, and I'm very worried for him.
I hope he gets better.
As do I, but well, whatever limited magic is within my grasp is beyond helping him.
So, I just have to ask this, because there's a ton of names and it's all really confusing, but, where's the dinosaur and the leader lady? Are they around?
They too are near the center of the camp, like basically commanding the situation from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, they got a dinosaur to help them.
Are you jealous?
Despite
a little.
Despite how lazy Bundy is, he's very intelligent.
Wish I had a dinosaur in my bag.
But yeah, to just wrap it up, Tala says, "Well, as long, well, I hope you remain in good health for the rest of this endeavor, and whatever comes our way, pray we'll have the strength to take care of it."
Hmm. Yeah. And you as well.
Well, well, farewell.
She nods, and I take it you depart. I get you depart back towards your own group.
Yep.
So, by your estimation, in it's almost just a little bit after, well, noon, so to speak. And nerves are running a little bit high at this point, not just for you, but for pretty much everyone. And and like everyone's just kind of on pins and needles, waiting for anything to happen. And
almost quite literally jumping at shadows.
yes, and as you all just wrap up lunch, and all five of you roll a perception check real fast, just real fast for me.
Oh no.
I mean, Jen's right. Rudy doesn't really have nerves.
Damn, we're getting some real good rolls.
That cunning intuition does not apply here, so Rudy got a 13. Gregor and Heaven, off to the north. You just hear a lot. You just hear a fairly distant, but still clearly quite loud to reach you from the distance. Thud, thud, thud. Sounds like it's getting slow. It sounds like it's steadily getting closer and closer.
There's something big coming.
Gregor draws his bow. He pulls it out, I guess.
But yeah, at that, Tala says, "Something big. Where's it coming from?"
The north.
Up north.
Like, yeah, like when you hear, like Adjin, Adjin. So basically, you all have like by your estimation, you all have roughly a minute to prepare. So, we'll see. So, so we'll start with what each of the NPCs does to prepare, and then and we'll see what the rest of you do to get ready. So, Adjin scrambles for the high ground, and then just starts aiming up north with his musket. It's Malak, like, comes to stand next to you, and Danae, she actually beckons over her Heaven and Gregor.
Which we're here.
Yeah. Here.
Yes.
Fortunately, I managed to finish these in time, and she hands you each what look like a very crudely made set of goggles.
What is this?
And put them on, and you'll see.
Gregor puts on the goggles.
As does Heaven.
You both can suddenly see a lot better in the dark. These are what she has fashioned are a very crude. Each of you who has been fashioned a very crude looking pair of goggles of night vision.
Heaven grins. Yes, now I don't have to worry about accidentally shooting Talos anymore.
Finally, we're not the only. We don't have to be the two non-dark vision people here.
Yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and give you that. Okay, so
many thanks.
Yes,
so-
these are definitely going to be put into good use.
right. So, we'll go down. So we'll go down the list. Rudy, what do you do to prepare? You have about a minute to get something ready.
A minute, huh? Well, unfortunately, Jen, I don't have delayed blast fireball. So I can't do that. But, I'll just try and find... I will, find a vantage point, I suppose. I don't know. I'll just stand here. That'll do. Hello?
Yeah, I'm just getting some. So yeah, just getting some stuff ready. Okay, so you take a position there. Silo, what do you do?
Silo is going to. Well, since I only got a minute, I'm going to do the first thing that I thought of and sit next to Adjian.
Okay. Hey, Heaven.
Heaven is just... She's all set. Unless Ishak has something to say. She's keeping an eye on it north.
Okay. If you want to position yourself anywhere else, by the way, now would be the time. Okay, Talos.
I'm gonna hide in the bushes.
Okay. All right then. And go ahead and roll stealth. Okay. So Talo, what do you do?
All right, so it sounds like as you said, it sounds like it's coming from the north, and it's like, well, it feels like it's going to arrive in the encampment around here. Yes.
Yeah.
I will move myself up just a little bit here within Heaven's range.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Malak is sticking by you, so he will do that. So he will do that too.
Oh yeah, and I will also start up Shield of Glory.
Yeah. Oh, one other thing. I totally forgot about this with Danae. Gregor and Talos, she hands you each a potion of resilience. So and so drink that and get a +1 bonus to your armor class for the next 10 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Right.
And yes,
Thank you
against
very much.
Glory.
Wait, so how much plus to armor class?
+1.
Yeah, +1, which would put you at 20, I believe. Okay. And speaking of you, and then once she's done with that, and then once and she's done, and with that, she's going to take up a sort of a firing position in with her spear. Like a little fire burns at the tip of it. And Gregor, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna move up like around where like Talos is, and have my bow ready.
Okay. So you all start to hear it before long. Just a thump, thump, thump. Clearly footsteps. And just before it moves, it was into view. Heaven, CeeLo, Rudy, and Talos, everyone but Gregor, roll an intelligence check to see which one of you remembers this. I'll go with whichever is highest. Oh, wow.
Scylla doesn't remember shit.
Yeah. So, Rudy, you remember that Yuan-Ti potions merchant that you all met at the city of Sapia, which was where you were before you headed to this encampment.
Yeah, I know. There's a giant's graveyard nearby.
Yep. That little memory occurs to you just before this guy lumbers into view.
I mean, I kind of thought it was obvious. I'm sorry.
Yeah. As well, stalking out of the forest, you see this guy.
From the bushes, Heaven thinks, ah, shit.
Oh fuck!
I have been waiting for so long to unleash this thing upon you guys. And Heaven, you actually notice something else. Else. There's a rustling there's a rustling in the bushes very close to you, in this direction.
Oh my god, it's
You look over there, and hold on, I gotta move these a bit. They're blocking the sidebar. And you notice this guy sneaking through, slinking through the bushes, not seeming to have noticed you.
My character, I just got total Jurassic Park Velociraptor vibes.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to have noticed you, because he did not match your stealth check, and you notice him because you did beat his stealth check. But on that note, I'd like all of you to roll initiative.
And Heaven's in a very precarious spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heaven made a bit of an oopsie whoopsie.
Yeah, a very big one.
Okay.
Is Heaven the only one that knows about White over here?
Yep.
Yeah, she's the only one who knows. Yeah, she's the only one who's noticed it, because she's the only one who's really gotten close enough to really have any way of spotting it.
Does my 15 passive perception help at all?
Not from this distance.
Okay.
Yeah, it's quite far from you. Okay. Where's Edgin? There's Edgin.
This fight doesn't seem like it will be easy.
No, I don't think it will be.
You guys need a little more faith in me.
You can do it. Don't die. You will totally succeed.
Don't forget. Don't forget, I'm the guy that can pull a lion out of his pocket. I mean, a tiger.
I believe in you. You can do it.
I don't feel like that this is correct.
Okay, so. Okay, so as it steps into the light of the fire, which I'm just which I honestly. Well,
Yeah.
okay. Like I'm starting it there just so we can make it just because it's actually really confusing to keep track of vision fields.
It is.
That's why you color
Yeah.
code them.
Oh, I have been. I am color coding them. I've got a million different color coded fields right now, and I'm having trouble keeping track of which is which.
Okay. But I mean,
Yeah.
just color code them depending on what sort of vision they are. For example,
Again,
night vision
again.
blue.
Yeah, again, I'm doing exactly that. So, Adjun is actually going first. Very quick on the draw, this boy. And Silo, you hear a gunshot go right next to you. As Adjun takes a shot straight at the undead giant, and hitting it dead on, and where's it? Yeah, there it is. And well, minimum damage is still damage. It's like, so it takes off a small chunk of seemingly without the giant really noticing it. Like, and Gregor, as it steps into the light, you see its armor is all adorned with symbols of Sevessa, your goddess.
Damn. This isn't good.
This thing definitely came from those headwaters. Silo?
Philo like jumps and like kind of tumbles a bit, just like slightly down the cliff as Adjun shoots right next to her.
Oh, sorry, didn't notice you there. He's
Ah!
shot.
He does that.
Please, 6 feet next time, please. And then she just like steps further down.
I like how you
Just
said
about here.
6 feet, because there is no 6 feet, everything is 5 feet. So you basically,
Yes.
so to get the 6 feet, he would have to go the 10 feet. And,
That's the hidden joke there.
Yeah, so, okay, so you're going to use your movement to move down the mountain.
Yes. There was no reason why I started here.
Right.
And then I'm going to do this.
Okay, which one do you want?
I want fuming for this fight.
All right. Where did I put that? Here we are. Where exactly do you want to summon it?
Right in front of him.
So, okay. So, Talos, you hear a pop, like right between you and the undead giant, okay, yeah, that is the right token. And you see a small blue dragon, similar in size and shape to Hope, just appear right in front of the giant. And then it's going to take its turn right after yours, so I assume you order it to attack?
No, I ain't done with my turn yet. So, what are the rules on spells? One cantrip, one leveled spell, or is it just like
one cantrip, one leveled. You can't cast a leveled spell. Like, it's really weird about it. Like, you can cast a leveled spell, then a cantrip, but you can't cast cantrip, then a leveled spell. I typically hand wave that because it's stupid. But in general,
I have never even heard of that being a thing. The bottom line is you only get one leveled spell per turn. not counting reactions.
And one
but what about-
cantrip.
Can I
Well,
use?
if you want to cast 2 cantrips, you actually are able to do that.
Okay, so can I cast a cantrip? Is what I'm asking.
Yes.
Of course, do you have one that you can do as a bonus action?
Wrong. I have the potion of speed. $3.99. I chunk it down. Got haste.
You had potion of haste.
Got potion of haste. Been holding on for this for a long time.
First the potion, first invulnerability. Now this. You are all pulling out items that I forgot you have. Okay, so, extra action plus in +2 armor class, advantage on dex saves, and double movement.
That is correct, my dear sir.
Okay, so drinking that was your bonus action.
Yep. I'm gonna move closer over here because I got more movement now.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna fire and Eldritch Blast.
Okay, roll your 2.
Okay, go. You're fine.
What's up? Okay.
Don't worry.
I like how the first thing that happened in this battle is that this thing just gets pelted with multiple things.
Yeah. Well, so you need an 18 to hit, so that does hit. Go ahead and roll.
Low damage.
It's getting pelted by multiple. It's getting pelted with multiple things, but they don't seem to be having that much of an actual impact. Like, this thing does not seem to care that it's getting hit. That too. That also hits.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
Go ahead.
your fuming fate, and then okay, so that's pretty much all your actions. So now your Fey Spirit friend goes.
Yep, and they're going to do. They're going to do their attacks first. So,
Since this is fuming, and it's going, and it's actually going, and it's not directly controlled by you. It's just your friend. So it's actually going to do the more tactically sound thing and use its bonus action first.
okay. I was trying to use it for an escape, but I guess if I don't control it, then yeah, I guess it does.
Yeah, like, because here's the thing: magically teleports to a space it can see, and then and after teleporting, it has advantage on its attack.
And it only gets 1 attack. I'll roll the damage. If that's okay. I'll roll the attack. I got it set up.
Okay. So that. Wait. Yeah, it's it's based on your spellcasting modifier.
Yep.
Well, yeah. So it's not. It's not a short. Well, it's not a short sword here. Or instead, this little dragon thing and just chomps down on this thing's ankle. So that hits. Roll damage.
I do got the damage calculated right. It's gonna adjust based off the level, but right now for level 3, it's right.
Yeah, like we're just gonna have to adjust it manually as it goes.
Yep.
So, this thing chomps down on this undead giant's ankle like a chihuahua almost, and it actually pauses to take notice of that for a moment.
All right, that is my turn.
Yeah, not for very long, of course.
That was quite a turn.
Yeah. So, let's see what's its reach. Yeah, I thought so. All right, so it ignores the tiny drag. Actually, It it's going to. It actually ignores the tiny dragon at its feet for the moment, and it's going to keep going, approaching the frontline defenders.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
Indeed it does.
Alrighty.
That hits. Yeah. For flavor, he just drags it along. Like, it's just chomped down real hard on his ankle. Okay.
I am so out of position here.
Gregor?
Yep. So, so it's gonna make 3 attacks.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I didn't expect it to be this close.
Yeah. I mean, your melee weapon is actually stronger than your ranged weapon, so blessing in disguise, maybe? I don't know. So, first it's going to try and attack Malak, who has not yet had time to rage, by the way.
Oh no.
Oh dear, that's going to hit. It's not a crit, but it's definitely going to hit him. And oh, by the way, as it gets close to, well, all 3 of you really, this feeling steals over you. More on that when we get to your turns.
And in other
Now,
news, we got the giant bones that the lady wanted.
True. Silver lining, if we get out of this alive.
Yeah. Meantime, I'm gonna need. Where are those D10s? Because it's carrying what is a longsword for it. Although in all of your hands it would be, and even Talos wouldn't be able to wield it.
Oh, we won't get to steal this weapon?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, steal it and then actually use it. I mean,
We'll have to find out, won't we? But in the meantime, okay, so Malak takes that hit straight on, and and although fortunately this one doesn't seem to have any lasting effects on him. Okay, on total, like there don't seem to be any residual magical effects on him from what you can see up front, Talos. So, which may or may not be which may or may not be a great comfort to you because it's swinging for you next.
He takes the 10.
What? Okay. And that. Okay, so he takes a 10. So Talos, does a 19 hit you?
Nope.
You manage to catch this massive blade on your shield, but it rattles your arm. And then it looks annoyed at the little blue dragon thing still chomping at its legs, and it just gathers some and it just well, armor class 15. Okay, yeah, that's definitely gonna hit. It gathers some energy, some what looks like dark necromantic energy in its palm, and just backhands the thing. So this Fey Spirit, it takes 9 necrotic damage, and its strength is reduced by 1d4. Oh dear. So that goes down to 9. Okay. So that's its turn. What's Hope gonna do now?
Well, the reasonable thing for many Hopes to do is to suicide dive the giant, and by that I mean go flanking and take the dodge action.
Okay. Now, what's Danae gonna do? Well, hold on, let me check. Hey. Okay, so when Danae sees this thing up close, she actually runs. She runs over to get within range, and she pulls out of her pocket, which what Silo at this point can see looks like a pinch of dark powder. She throws it into the air, thrusts out her hand at Talos, casting the spell as she casts Enlarge on you.
Oh shit!
So Talos, you have advantage on strength checks and saving throws. You are bigger, obviously, and your attacks do an extra d4 of damage.
Sweet.
How's the weather up there?
I don't know. I'll see you next fall.
Boo.
And on that note,
Extra d4 damage, you said, right?
yeah, an extra d4 of damage with each hit. And then that is, I think, all she can do on this turn. And Rudy, it is you're up.
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, I don't think I can do that. Everyone's crowding around, so I can't just fireball. And I apparently still don't know about that wraith, so.
Yeah, Heaven noticed it because she was quite close.
I'll just magic missile.
All right.
That will be my turn.
Okay, that's a first level. Okay, so yeah, it is basically just been constantly getting pelted with magical energy since this fight started, and it doesn't seem to be bothered at all yet. Gregor.
So wait, what actions can I do as if I have
Well,
if I do a cantrip, what else can I do in the same turn? Exactly.
Basically, well, let me check over your. Let me check over. Let me check over your character sheet real quick because I just want to check something for myself. Because normally you get an action, you get a bonus action, and you get your movement on your turn. But in your case, okay, I'm looking around here, and yeah, there honestly isn't. There's not a whole lot. There's not a whole lot you can do with your bonus action. I think the only thing is that it is you can start up a searing. Well, actually, wait, hold on. Okay, so yeah, the only bonus action you really have is to start up a searing smite.
Well, because I want to use an item, actually.
Is it a potion or a different item?
It's the bag of tricks. I want to throw another monster at this thing.
Okay, bag of tricks will require an action.
So I was just wondering if I could do that and also a cantrip, or can I only throw the bag of tricks?
Do you have any cantrip? Using the bag of tricks will require an action. Do you have any cantrips that can be done as a bonus action?
I don't know actually.
It should say on the description for each one.
Let me see.
Yeah,
nothing.
when you mouse over, it should like click on the I button, and that'll like open up the description.
Yeah, nothing helpful. Oh well, I'll just step back and throw the bag of tricks.
Okay. You do that. Let me find that thing. Okay, go ahead and roll the 1d8. 4. So, Talos, as you're getting ready, as you are getting ready to face down this thing, which you are now as big as it is a familiar-looking blue bird. It appears next to you as Gregor summons an Axebeak. Where exactly do you want it?
Over here.
Okay.
Let's get a real face to face here.
Oh, and by the way, I actually forgot to do this. Since you started your turn within 10 feet of the undead giant, so could you roll a wisdom save real fast? This was that feeling sealing over you as it approached that I mentioned. Whatever it is, it doesn't seem to be affecting you at all.
I got a great wisdom stat.
Yeah, you're a cleric. You're supposed to. So, now your turn. Now that you've gone, the Axebeak is going to attack. Literally, all he can do is just swing his axe-shaped beak at this thing, and let's see how he does. As he goes at its armor like a woodpecker to absolutely no effect. Like, the undead giant doesn't even seem to notice it's there.
Good, little buddy, you can do it.
Yeah. Well, Malak's turn now. See if he can make this wisdom save.
He does get a +2 because he's in my aura.
He does indeed. So that means his bonus is a +3 overall. What is the DC again? That aura actually made the difference. It's like he shivers a bit, like feel icky now. And he goes into a rage. The flames swirl around him, and he charges at this thing. And so,
That doesn't miss a beat.
Yeah. So some of the cloth, the old tattered cloth hanging off this thing, some of it catches fire as he gets close, like his Storm Herald abilities at work. And he's going to make a reckless attack. Well, he's going to make 2 reckless attacks, in fact, which means he gets to attack with advantage. Edge. Well, that didn't hit, but at least he dropped in that 1. And that's much better. And he dropped another nat 1.
Jesus Christ. My brother is so unlucky.
Yeah. D8. I need a D8. Okay, so his first swing and comes up against its armor. Like the armor is so like it's a little bit like just by looking at it in this hectic fight, it's difficult to tell which part of him is armor and which part of him is rib cage, as it were. But his second swing does hit it, and there's a nice little chunk of damage there. Now, time for the little brother to go. Talos, it is your turn.
So
He's a pretty
no
big brother
wisdom.
now.
So no wisdom save on me, or
There is a wisdom save.
all right. Well, let's get that out of the way. Cross your fingers.
DC 15. You feel like a chill feeling down you as you feel a little bit sluggish, and your mind feels a little bit clouded just from being near this thing. And while you are within its 10-foot aura, You have disadvantage on all saving throws, and your speed is halved until the start of your next turn.
Okay, so this goes away next turn.
Yeah, and then you make the save again next turn.
All right. So, can I attack it safely from here, or do I need to move up?
I do not believe the enlarge spell increases your reach, so you have to move up.
All right. Move up, and Hope is perfectly fine there because he's tiny. He can.
He's standing between your legs.
Yeah, must be a very flattering view. But
No comment.
yeah. Anyway, so yeah, with that in mind, Archon Blade.
That does hit.
All right, and 2.
That one misses, unfortunately.
All right.
Yes. Yeah, like this thing is deceptively well armored, and actually, Talos, with how tall you are, you glance off to the east. You can see there are actually several of these things attacking the camp. Off in the distance, you can see Bundy throwing down with at least 2 of them.
Oh god damn it. Well, it seems like everyone's fine for the moment.
Yeah. Like, the rest of you just hear roaring. Yeah. So, yeah, that is your turn. And now it's the White's turn. The White has not noticed heaven. But Rudy is right in it there. And as it happens, Rudy, you notice it coming, so it will not be getting any kind of stealth bonus against you. It pulls out a longbow and fires twice with disadvantage, I believe, because of your cloak of displacement.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So your default. So your armor class when you're not singing is 15. I want to say.
Didn't I? You said I had a minute. Never mind. Yes, it's 15 without the song.
Yeah. Like,
yes, I don't have it on.
Yeah, you did not say you had it on. You gotta remember stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately,
does it hit?
That was a 13, so it will miss, but it does get another attack.
Mm-hmm.
And don't worry, it's a bonus action on your turn, so easily rectified when it
I
gets around your
know.
next turn.
Can you just tell me if it hits?
That's a natural 1. I'm gonna roll severity for this guy. Yeah, he just misses.
Okay, thank you.
And then, and you all hear some more rustling from these bushes, as another White whose stealth check was rather more successful. Swoops out of the bushes and pounces on the axe beak.
No.
Yes. So that would be that. Okay, so swings with a longsword with advantage. Okay, 9 plus 4. And a 13 will indeed hit this boy, I'm afraid. So now you all know that there are 2 Whites on the field, and this one just did 10 damage to the axe beak.
Do I know how much health do I know how much health the axe beak has?
It has 19 health total.
Oh, bananas.
Yeah, just seeing this thing jump out, you have a feeling that your new pet's probably not going to last very long. And then, and it swipes with a claw, glowing with necromantic energy. And the X-Beak sort of retreats out of harm's way. And with that, Heaven, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm surprised I didn't get attack of opportunity when he passed by. Oh.
I charted out its path, and it would have just been out of your reach.
Alright. I'm gonna use the sneaking to my being hiding in the bushes for my advantage and take a couple Eldritch Blast pot shots at this guy.
Okay, because you basically fire both at once, they will both have advantage.
Alright.
Since you're breaking stealth for both of them at once, more or less. Okay, that just hits, actually. His armor class is 14.
Alright.
And that's okay, that's one hit. And that definitely hits. Roll damage again. Yeah, so... Rudy, you see a couple of pink laser beams just whap this thing in the back as it's lurching towards you. Okay, any bonus actions you want to do?
Who needs inspiration?
Give it the Talos.
Why not?
Okay, so inspiration to Talos, got it.
And I'm gonna hide in the bushes again.
Okay, you can't actually roll a check because you've used your entire action economy.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, Heaven's just gonna stay in the bushes until...
Okay.
Well, I'm done.
Noticing this new threat approaching his sister, Agium's gonna shift targets. He fires, and he misses. He will action surge and take another shot. And that will hit. This will be a shadow shot. So... And so, Rudy, you see another gunshot goes off, and a purple flash slams into this thing, dealing... Wow. Dealing a hefty hit to this guy, actually. Like, didn't even crit. He just rolled really high on his damage.
That guy's so unlucky.
Yeah, so... Yeah, wisdom save. And the white is not, however, blinded. So, Rudy, the white coming out at you here is suddenly almost dead. And with that, it is now CeeLo's turn.
So can I do 2 cantrips with my hasted action?
You can.
Ooh, that's spicy.
Yeah, the only rule is 1 leveled spell per turn. So yeah, Eldritch Blast Machine Gun is a go.
Do I see the white?
From here, you can see all the enemies. Like,
Okay.
they are... Like, none of them are hidden.
Alright, I'm gonna fire some Eldritch Blast towards them.
Okay. Fire. That hits. It's... And he died without getting to lay a hand on anyone.
I'll name the next one.
Okay.
And fire.
That hits. Their armor class is SS14. They're not that hard to hit. Yep, all three of those hit him. So
These whites aren't having a good day.
yeah.
And then she's gonna shout out to the Face Spirit, keep focusing on the giant. I believe in you.
Right. The Face Spirit teleports to his other ankle and keeps attacking.
Oh, I am I still got a bonus action for hope.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll damage for the Face Spirits and do your bonus action for hope.
Okay. He just pull up Hope's sheet and does his normal sting. I'm assuming they're immune to poison, so
Yeah. That doesn't hit him anyway.
Okay, and Face Spirit did hit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, there is the damage.
See, look at so much done on these turns.
And that is my turn.
Yep. Now, time for the big guy. Well, Talos, you suddenly just become the biggest threat in his eyes, so he's going to be focusing on you from here on out.
Yay, attention.
It's a 1 longsword attack. Does a 20
I'm ready.
I'm sorry to say, Waywood. No, 20 doesn't hit.
Yeah, I know. I know it doesn't. I was just checking. Oh. Does a natural 20 hit you?
Yeah, it's gonna hit regardless. Natural 20 is a success no matter what.
Alright. I'm gonna need some more D10s.
Oh no.
So Talos, this is gonna hurt.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Not again.
Yeah. Like... Do I even have enough D10s? I'm gonna have to start using the D100 as substitutes.
Or you could just roll it using roll 20.
I guess.
Alice, I'm sorry for what's gonna happen to you.
Talos, I only had so many point rolls.
I was gonna do something to help you.
Well, the healers are nearby, so just pick me up when I fall down.
Okay, so altogether, you take 57 points of damage, both slashing and necrotic. All told.
Jesus Christ.
So that's all together.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, you took 57 points of damage. Some of it's slashing, some of it necrotic.
Okay, so that's reduced by 8 thanks to my temporary hit points.
Yeah.
So instead, I take 49.
Yep.
So I
Are
take
you still
49.
standing?
So 49. I am down to 9 HP.
With all the... Oh, okay, so... You are obviously bleeding very heavily right now, but also... You were doing so... You seem to be doing so well. I wasn't actually sure this would happen, but... As you hit, as darkness threatens, this you get impaled right through the gut, right through your through that armor of yours. Darkness threatens to take you for a moment, and until you notice a light emanating off your longsword. Like it's like with that hit, it got warm again, and now you within it you feel something shift as a blazing red light. It just starts to basically blood red flames start just burning along it. It's as you feel the blade almost something within the blade almost shift within it. If you will take a look at the description for the Acheron blade in the weapons menu, you may notice some changes.
Death or glory. The blade of the sword glows an unsettling red when you are near death. When you have fewer hit points than half your hit point maximum, the sword deals an extra 2d6 radiant damage on a hit.
Hell yeah!
So it's a +2 now, and the dark blessing is doubled.
So we got a giant. We got a giant dealing radiant damage over here.
Yeah. So. I told myself I would do this the next time you almost died. Given past friends, I honestly didn't think it would take very long.
Well, not for lack of trying.
Yeah. So I'll let you go ahead and make the adjustment. But while we're on that, the giant has one more attack. Heck.
Oh wait, I also should roll this because of my shield.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Shield of Faith drops.
Oh well, it was fun. It was nice while it lasted.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this attack could knock you out if it hits. So your armor class is 22 at the moment, right?
21 at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, you have the Potion of Resilience, don't you?
I haven't downed that.
Unfortunately, I'm afraid that does hit you.
Oh Christ.
Yeah, it does not crit though. It was a 16 on the die.
Oh, that's reassuring.
It does exactly 9 necrotic damage.
Yet Talos faints from the attack.
Yeah, like it basically thrusts its claws covered in necrotic energy into the opening. Into the opening left by its sword impaling you, and it just starts draining. And so, in addition to being knocked out, your strength score is reduced by 3.
Do you just hate me?
No, but I think the metal D20 I use for most rolls does lately.
To be fair, Talos, you did become giant and are standing in front of this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Well, now my strength is a +2. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, Hope's turn.
Dodge action.
Yeah. So, Danae. Oh shit! and she's gonna run over and cure wounds you. So, where's my D8? Okay, so Talos, you regain 6 hit points. So Talos, you regain 6 hit points, but but your strength is still reduced.
Jesus Christ.
Mm. Rudy?
I will start singing and then I will cast Magic Missile and that will be my turn.
Alright. Gregor?
What does I would like to cast Aid.
Uh,
I'll move over here. Actually.
Aid. Okay, so Aid basically increases increases his hit point maximum and basically increases his overall hit points.
Yeah, that's
an hour.
Yeah, I read.
Yeah. So yeah, it's up to 3 creatures within 30 feet. So choose 3 creatures and they get a health bonus.
I'll go with Talos, his brother, and CeeLo.
Yeah! I'm ready to fight a giant.
Well. So wait. Actually, is that it?
Can I also drink that potion, or?
You may. Yes.
All right. I'd like to drink that potion for the extra armor class.
Drinking potions yourself is a bonus action, so yeah, you get a +1 to your armor.
So it's 21 now.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Or is it?
Do I need to change anything, or do I just remember that it's 21 for now?
Just remember that it's 21 for now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and in the meantime, Malak, seeing his brother go down and then come back up in rapid succession, howls. The flames wash over this thing again, and he's going to go for 2 more reckless attacks. And first one bounces off this thing's armor. Second one does hit. So that is a decent chunk of damage. So Talos, Malak's second hit seems to have hit something important in it, and like this thing, it doesn't act like it's hurt, but it definitely looks like it's on its last leg. Like for all that it looks almost impervious to pain. You are bleeding heavily, but it is now your turn.
Alright, so
But that aid's a good use.
Alright, so I'm actually going to be a smart boy and drink that potion of resilience.
Alright.
As my bonus action.
Okay.
And now, with that underway, let's pray to God that something happens.
Well, Silo's little Fey companion actually came to your rescue on this one. You had advantage on this attack. How do you want to do this?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do before I end it with this one. Going to make that a second level Divine Smite out of spite.
All right.
So yeah, that is a easy 4d8. No, yeah.
Okay, go ahead. He had 7 hit points left. This is absolute overkill, and I love it.
So yeah, this bellowing giant roar just echoes throughout the Firemane Pride encampment as Talus's blazing sword just comes straight down on the creature, and almost like the flash of light that comes from the attack, both from the blazing blade and his divine smite, it almost seems like it lights up the sky for a brief moment.
Yeah. Yeah, like for a solid 5 seconds, the entire area is just lit blood red.
And with that in mind, and since that guy is taken care of, oh, he's dead, yeah.
Yeah, like he is. Can't seem to put the dead token on him. There we go. But yeah, okay. Remember how remember. Okay, remember. Like, did you play Skyrim?
Yes.
Okay, so remember how whenever you killed some with lightning magic, they would occasionally just disintegrate?
Yep.
That literally happens. That has literally happened. The actual giant part is gone. It's just a pile of old big armor and a big sword now.
It's like one of those old cartoons where lightning strikes a character and they disintegrate into dirt.
Something like that. But maybe not so cartoonish, as it were. But you do. But oh no, the armor is still intact. Just the giant within is gone.
Oh, epic!
Yeah.
And I will, for my last attack, I will move over to the opposite side of this guy. A bit overkill, but yeah, I will bring the blade down.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you're not quite flanking him this time, I'm afraid, and that and unfortunately, an 11 is not enough to hit him.
Well,
and actually, technically, it should have been a 12 because you forgot to adjust it to a +2, but that wouldn't hit him either.
Wait, it doesn't. It is a +2. I did adjust.
It's still reading as a plus. Yeah, no, it's still reading as a +1 in the tracker. We'll figure it out later.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's not hold it up. Let's not hold up combat any more than we already have.
Yeah. So, it's the last surviving White's turn. He's got some choices to make. Unfortunately, because he's kind of a mindless undead, he doesn't really have the capacity to make any kinds of choices. So, he's just going to keep going for his current target.
No.
Okay. So he does hit. Gregor, you watch helpless as the White and swings his sword around, cutting off the head of your magnificent new friend. And he dissolves into ash.
It wasn't a long-lasting friend, but we always remember him.
Yeah, and then he's going to go for the nearest next thing, which is the Fey Spirit. Talos, you have an attack of opportunity.
Oh, give me a minute.
Yeah. That hits. How do you want to do this?
Yeah, seeing it just move with complete disregard for it, Talos almost rallies up the sword and just bats it away like a golf ball.
Well, actually, he and well, you heard it, but it's still standing. I was looking at the wrong hit points. That how do you want to do this was premature. I am sorry.
Okay, well, we can just rename that as just an offhanded cut.
Yeah, but either way, it's got it's going to make its life drain attack on the Fey Spirit, and the Fey Spirit nimbly dodges out of the way. Evan.
Okay. Where did he go? There he is. Okay, so I'm gonna move up here. Then I am going to fire away at the right with Eldritch Blast.
White. Okay.
Yeah.
Fire twice. You need either 14 to hit. I'm afraid that misses. That hits. You take off a chunk of its arm. It is barely standing.
Alright, I give Bardic I've got like 3 more Bardic Inspirations. Who needs it? Who needs one?
I don't think this battle's gonna last that much longer.
Alright, then that'll be my turn.
Nah. Yeah. Ajin actually he thinks the same from his perch, so he's gonna try and be fancy with this one, and he's going to take a sharpshooter shot.
He doesn't have the dex for that.
And he misses completely. CeeLo?
Damn it, man.
Or I'll just blast on this guy.
Well, one of them's got to hit, right? Yeah, that one hits. And that one, and that one. 3 of them hit.
Okay. It's about sending a message.
Yeah. Well, thanks to your message, this white dies in a barrage of laser beams. Combat is now over.
This guy really held on. Also, the axe beak may not have done much, but at least it was there to eat a bunch of damage instead of us.
Oh yeah. Like, whites can be quite whites can be really as in close combat. So, and so, you hear the sounds of battle deeper into the camp, slowly starting to die down as well. And Talos, from your still vantage point, you can see that Bundy is still standing, so presumably that's a good sign. And looking up, this this battle carried you into very late in the day. And it's basically sunset, as it were. And as the sun lowers over the horizon, from what you can tell, something changes in the sky. Like, you're not sure what it is at first, but then you notice, for the first time in 3 days, you can see the stars in the night sky. And with that, the black sun that lasted 3 days and came earlier than anyone could have imagined, ends. And that is where we will pick up next game.
Alright, thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
See you all later.
Night.
Bye.